You don't like it, Harbor City? Edgar Es Escarpen? I'm gonna say Escarpen. Ah, maybe. First attack. We have GameOffice on Valley Fortress. Let's see how well they do. They have had some success on Valley Fortress. Again, always very strange how popular Valley Fortress is to attack for South America for the South America division. Now let's take a quick look at the heroes. 2 mauls. We've got 5 short swords, 2 poleaxes, and 4 muskets. 1 short sword and 1 dual blade. For GameOffice. 3 mauls, 4 long swords. Still very popular pick for Grey Warden to go with the 4 longsword picks, with 3 short swords, 1 poleaxe, 1 spear, 2 muskets, and 1 longbow. Always need access to those range heroes. Range heroes will be very useful on the defense, but I guess GameOffice also likes the range heroes. We've got 4 muskets coming out. 1 short sword as well. 1 short sword will be very good for kill securing. I call Harbor City Shit City. Harbor City itself is not a bad map, but I guess it's I don't think Harbor City is a bad map. Although it is cav friendly. Any cav friendly maps is always not my favorite. Harbor City is the kind of map where if there were more players, it would make sense because it's too big. I say it's almost too big. GameOffice is sending up some climbers, using the ladder just to send up the heroes by themselves. So we'll see probably some death matches right now. I just refer to death matches as when heroes fight one another without the interference of units. Grey Wardens trying to slow down the siege towers as much as they can, I guess. Doesn't seem to have much effect. The right side one and the left side one do seem to be taking a couple of hits. Scooby-Dee jumps off. Wow, is there like 3 different Scoobies? You got Scooby-Dee, Scooby-Doo, and Scooby-Low? They should have done like Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Dah, Scooby-Dee, Scooby-Dee. Because DI as well. Well, it looks like they'll get the A point very easily. Right now, Grey Warden's still sticking around on the first half of the map. Normally you see a massive retreat happen for and just hold the C point. Well, let's see what they plan to do. They may stay to stick around. Surprisingly, GameOffice did not break down the front wall. I mean, they couldn't front gate. They can't just open it right now. Yeah, I guess so. It's one of the maps where the siege towers have the longest distance to travel. Or it's a map that has a lot of siege weapons. I mean, free artillery to use against the siege towers. I don't know about you, champ, but GameOffice could just barrel it right through to C. There's no one stopping them. I mean, literally, the main street is empty. They don't need to fight here. But they're trying to get this supply point for now. Why the massive retreat so late in the game? What's your plan here? You're going to lose some, quite a few units on the catch here. Probably going to have to sacrifice these palace guards as they do get caught in a slow trap. The unit difference is quite even, but now it's turning in the tide for the attackers. Oof. Those Fortebraccios should back off, or at least turn around. Well, I mean, get behind those shield loyal guards pulling up. A lot of units retreating, unfortunately. Good use, good catch with the Royal Janissaries. Bad trib though. This is going to cause friendly fire if they keep moving up. Although I don't think any trebs came through. I think only one came through. Now they're rushing it. This is good, but it's already too late. A lot of the Grey Wardens have already made it to the supply points and have changed. So let's see if they... Yeah, they're still sticking to the push. We got Winged Hussars coming through. Fortebraccio has already stopped the Winged Hussars. Nothing can do about that. Onwards and upwards to the sea point at the very least. Loyal Guards are stopped by Imperial Pikes for now. Cavalry just going straight towards the base. Or no, just up those stairs for now. Trying to force their way through. Tundra Humans just getting butchered. Imperial Pike Walk yet again. Downstairs is not the best of ideas. Heavy fighting on the stairs, but does look like the defenders is losing ground slowly. I mean, they've lost 200 units with the heavy fighting. Getting shot by so many Metallators right now. Honestly, I've never seen counterfire like this before. We got some Imperial Javelineers at the front. The last line. Oh, no. Unfortunately, the hero did die. Unit deficit. Still heading towards 250 right now. Sea point captured. Supply point captured now. GameOffice is doing very well. I think they've gone past the one of the hardest points that we normally see. But that's not to say that the difficulty decreases. Getting into the base point is also very difficult. For one thing, I say don't rush it at the very least. Throwing up the units up here on the stairs. Let's see if Grey Wardens meet them. One thing about being the defender, you cannot be reactive. You must be proactive, especially in the tournament setting. Every piece of ground you lose a lot of pressure. I think GameOffice definitely committing to the push regardless, but I think it's up to Grey Warden whether at what positions they stop the push. They chose very badly, I think, for the most part. Condottieri is getting eaten up by a couple of Pike Militia and some Royal Janissaries. Royal Janissaries still here at the front, gonna try to push forward. Yeah, but now they have another brick wall. This brick wall is not like the others, though. There are other advantages to take. Doesn't look like they're getting stopped here. Fortebraccios are going to turn around. That means once they spot the turnaround Fortebraccio, they can go straight through. This grape shot needs to be used as well. We got some Namcams up on the wall. This is good positioning. Although that Imperial Pike March was, again, one of the worst. Going to where? They need to push those Namcans up against the very corner of the wall. Otherwise, they're going to be useless. The controller of the Namcans must have died in the meantime. We're heading towards 300 kills still for the attackers, but the defenders are gaining kills like crazy as the fight continues. The wall push seems to be ineffective. Now they've pushed through the uh, southern gate. Southern gate does not look to be, well, doesn't look to be successful. They're throwing another wing to SARS through right as we speak. Our halberdiers do catch it. Well, I mean, I say catch it. More like they eat it. Getting taken out. We got some palace guards rocking up where the Namcans are. They will be finished off in quick order. Otherwise, retreating units get caught. Not good, not good. Just letting the Javelineers fight it out. GameOffice suffering heavily for that assault, but with only 200, with a 200 unit deficit, they didn't actually lose their advantage as much as I thought they would. They still have access to a lot of unit. 800 units could mean the quality of the units is still pretty high, but we've seen a lot of Winged Hussars do die. Winged Hussars being the tier 5 cavalry unit. I don't believe it's going to get any easier as we head on towards victory here. The one thing that Grey Warden needs to do is trade cost effectively. If GameOffice has a 200 unit advantage, so as long as they trade effectively, they can just bust right through the defenders. And with 8 whole minutes, they could possibly send it down to a hero battle. But strangely enough, the attackers are sticking on 14 for a long time now. I do believe either someone has a long death timer or someone's permanently dead. Not good if someone's permanently dead. That could be units unutilized. They continue to mortar Grey Wardens in the meantime. Still have access to Metallators from Grey Wardens. Grey Wardens need to make use of them. GameOffice stacking the south gate very heavily right now for the base point. No action to speak of. The mortaring has slowed down. Does look like another set are being built. But Grey Warden does have access to a couple of muskets and a longbow. The muskets should all be on the front line here, destroying these mortars every time they pop up. One of them are in the back, not doing his duty. The longbow can shoot. Down goes another mortar. Good job. Whoa! That mole trying to deal with the muskets on the wall. We got some low tier units coming out from from GameOffice. Maybe a couple of their heroes are, yeah. One of their hero is definitely permadeath right now. So I guess they've realized that they're definitely on the back foot. With one permadeath, that's access to power and strength that they don't have. So they'll need to kill the heroes to make heroes from Grey Wardens to make up for it. Here comes a push, simultaneous push from the west side gate and the south side gate, straight into Metallators. Metallators only guarded by palace guards. Oh, I say that again. We got 2 sets of palace guards and some Northernlands cavalry. Some Northernlands cavalry about to go forward. Winged Hussars trying to burst their way through. Eating it like crazy. 50 units have died in favor of the defenders. The unit deficit is closing in, but does look like this push is being successful. Whoa, some flames came through, but I'm not sure who for. They cannot break through the palace guards for now. It doesn't look like this west side push is successful. Metallators are pushing towards this. Game Bunny needs to go for them. Instead, he's aiming to get out, very surprisingly. South side seems to have breached through the defenders. Just got to finish off the few remaining. That grape shot cannon needs to go down as well. Palace guards holding the line here at the base point. More and more pike militias are rocking up, but death are mounting. Nafan guards. The Nafan guards are from Grey Warden. I think there's only one left now. I think they just got blown up. This will be a last desperate push as the unit deficit continues to drop. Tundra humans coming through at the last second. We got some last remaining high tier units. Tundra humans, Imperial pikes. These Tundra humans need to just keep going forward. Never stopping, never resting. Patrol, patrol, patrol. Pike militia, dodge the pike militia. Good job. But we have some Northernlands cavalry coming in through the side. Not very good against numbers, but still does heavy amounts of damage. I'm not sure what Tundra Humans is doing, but it should be wreaking havoc on the backside. Just got to deal with the Pike Militia. 3 minutes to go. The defenders does look like they're getting chipped down very slowly. Only 6 remaining heroes. 5 remaining heroes. The attackers are doing very well for themselves. I don't believe the defenders can recover in this case. There's nothing strong coming out. We've just got some Javelin Sergeants and some, like, basically a quarter of a Imperial Pike troop. Sheer mass of Surf units and a little bit of high tier units in the mix. The Tundra Human has been dealt with in the meantime. But the short swords are definitely making it difficult. They're not making it easy to take this point. Buying more time in the we've seen 3 respawns, but more and more of the heroes keep dying. Here comes a wave of serfs. It might come down to a hero battle. Survive. You just need to survive. Longswords eats a grape shot in an instant. Take out that grape shot. And down it goes. Good job, Grey Warden. They are recovering, very surprisingly. The Surf units at the end. My goodness. Surf units are carrying the day for Grey Warden right now. No troops to speak of from GameOffice. GameOffice might lose the attack here. I think the recovery here is super clutch. Never surrender, never give up. Good fighting, Grey Wardens. Throwing in some Pike Militia. Pike Militia should be cleaned up very simply, though. Nafan Guard, strangely, being split here. We've got 5 Nafan Guards remaining. Those Pike Militia might be 2 tiers above these Surf units, but they're not higher than Nafan Guards right now. This could... Oh, Nafan Guards are a little bit exposed. 3 of them just eats it. Only 1 remaining. Down it goes. 1 minute to go. Another grape shot being deployed. Always be touching the point. These long swords, these short swords, these heavy armor classes need to stay on point, but they're completely surrounded. Oh, wow. So many have died. So many of the defenders died. But 40 seconds to go. Gets tossed off by the maul. Oh, my God. Short swords doing their work, but they get pushed off by sheer mass and GameOffice takes it. Wow. 2 minutes 30. The defenders are holding 2 minutes 30. Definitely probably scaring GameOffice at the very end there. But the Pike Militia does carry the day at the very end. This is why you should always use up all of your leadership. Doesn't matter if they're surf units. At the very end, it could come down to those very units, and it did for the first game of today. Congratulations, GameOffice, you won the attack. We'll get to see Grey Wardens attack Harbour City. Grey Wardens will have to win Harbour City in order to send it to a tiebreaker, but GameOffice is doing very well as well, and the fact that one of their heroes actually got permadeath early on. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see who. Always like to keep a note on who's died and who's on critical. I wouldn't be surprised if in that last fight only 10 from each side was still alive. Both sides do I do believe it was a mistake for Grey Wardens to hold the outer ring like they did. Clearly they just clearly retreating straight into the attackers. I mean, they did a massive retreat from the right side supply point. The attackers could clearly just go straight through the main street and up to the sea point. They didn't even need that supply point because if they just booked it right to the seaside supply point, they would have gotten that really easily. Yeah, final engagement didn't actually have very many from either side. Apparently, you say it's 9 attackers, 8 defenders. I'm pretty sure if I watched the replay, you could give the exact numbers, but whew, very close finish. Very close finish. Even though it looked like, even though it looked like when the defenders were down to 8 and it was completely swarming with attackers. Very surprising, the defenders pulled off a strong defense. I mean, a recovery at the very last minute, very last second. With 3 minutes to go, those heroes each dying one by one to hold that base point as the Surf Swarm finally comes in. I commend both of the teams for their efforts. A nice speedy push once A fell and once they caught the defenders off foot. They didn't even slow down, even though the defenders did a was able to reinforce their defense, fortify their position at the sea point. They did get the sea point very easily, and then on towards the supply point. Just the reinforcement problem. Hmm? What? What do you want, Nat? No hot tubs. And even if I did have a hot tub, it wouldn't work. Mainly because this is Fire Ice Stream, and I'm not set up to weak. Yeah, I'm weak. I'm too lazy as well. I really need to do something about my channel points. Paladins, Berserkers, and Armature Lancers are a good setup. I'll tell you right now, Berserkers and Armature Lancers are extremely cost effective. Paladins are no slouch this season either. They've increased the block break for a lot of the swords and shield infantry. So yeah, is it a good setup? I would say it is. Is it like is it like the ultimate setup? I don't know, unfortunately. Because what you're really looking at with that setup is an extremely cost-effective setup. Because paladins are extremely difficult to deal with for most, if not all, tier 4 equivalents. Because paladins have high block breaking, high damage, and incredible tankiness along with high block. Then you have berserk. Oh, not to mention they heal. Berserkers, again, they have high damage, high block breaking, extremely tanky, but they don't have block. But they do have an even better healing mechanic, although it does come with some caveats that people don't really take advantage of too much. That would be none. No tier 4 unit, infantry-wise, can take on a tier 5 cavalry charge and then proceed to fight 3 other units. That's impossible. Thanks for the cheers, Haunted Hands. Right now, we're heading on to the second battle between Grey Wardens and GameOffice. GameOffice did win their attack on Valley Fortress, so if you're coming in just now, we're looking at the second battle. GameOffice is up 1, so Grey Warden has to win the attack. Not very many cavalry coming out for Grey Warden, but a lot of cavalry coming out for GameOffice. It's going to be a hard ask if Grey Warden's going to push into the city, especially since they're going to get flanked like crazy. This is one of the larger maps, I do say. I always love to see my longsword. 4 longswords coming out for Grey Wardens, in fact. Well, let's see. The battle on Harbor City is about to begin. Berserkers are Well, I know Berserkers are bullshit, but again, taking on 3 other units simultaneously, the whole point of Berserkers is that as long as they don't get overwhelmed, they can deal with anything. They can deal with tier 5 cavalry, and then they can 1v1 those 3 units consecutively, but all at once? No. Especially if it's in especially if it's in a way that takes advantage of the berserkers being completely outnumbered. I'm not saying that berserkers are not extremely overpowered. I'm just saying is that berserkers are balanced around the entire notion that it only has 8 models. It's basically a tier 6 unit, and I'm saying tier 6 because it's actually a step above tier 5, but it's half the unit size. Even if you double the unit size of berserkers, it in no way it is still a tier 5. It is a tier 6 unit, but with only half the models. Oh, and then you might be saying, oh, what about Metallators? What about Nathan Guards? They also seem like a tier 6 unit, but have slightly less guys. Yeah, that is the case. The more you have, the more OP it is, but it's still a tier 5 unit because even if you had more of them, their effectiveness wouldn't actually increase. It doesn't increase like Berserkers does. Not to mention, they're ranged units. That means they're susceptible to being rushed. Well, they created Tundra humans, so yeah. They were already heading towards a unit that could do everything. And if they don't rework Berserkers and Tundras and keep them the way they are, they'll need to create units, at least baseline units, that completely wipe out Berserkers. Otherwise, Berserkers will still go out of control. Does look like that's right. Does look like all of the first generation siege towers will go down. They stopped this right side siege tower dead in its track, not destroying it yet. This is a very good strategy. Wastes a lot of time. Here comes a Treb, though. With the Treb coming in, does it destroy both? Does look like it destroys both. We got some guys on the left-hand side pushing in. Nah, the monks apparently don't do that much damage, but apparently they CC like crazy. Huh? 4 to 5 Trebs? What do you mean? Tubs? Trubs? They've used 4 Trebs, if that's what you're talking about. Down goes the left side one yet again. The middle side one does look like to be taking a couple of hits as well. Not moving, in fact. 5 now. Or are you talking about the number of projectiles? Because there should be 6. On this map, there should be 6 Trebs. Unless the defenders destroyed one of them. I don't know why they would. They didn't commit for it. It would be nice to see a hand-to-hand unit. If they ever head to Thailand, they should have the Muay Thai. They should have Muay Thai fighters. That'd be great. A tier 5 Muay Thai fighters. Completely ignores armor and just does just does true damage and just smacks everyone. That'd be cool. Okay. Make it blunt, but have high penetration. Oh, I say make it blunt and have high penetration. Honestly, like, I'm just saying this because that it would be cool for a while. Treb's going off, still going off. We're hitting past the 8-minute mark. 8-minute mark's normally the sign of normally the time where the attackers need to look for different avenues other than waiting for these siege towers to get up. But then again, I think GameOffice might be running out of artillery. Left side siege tower doesn't look like to be getting shot. Middle side siege tower definitely not getting shot for now. Right side siege tower did take a couple of hits, but whether or not it's going to go down again is another question. Trebs and mortars here on the stairs. We got some heroes out inside the city, very surprisingly. No one's just turned around and just smacked their asses. Short sword scares off beauty. Yeah, the tier 5, there's a tier 5 gun unit coming. So what we know is that there's a new tier 3, which is monks. There's two tier 4, there's two tier 4s. One that is a hybrid. It's a heavy shield hybrid by the looks of it. And another one is a tier 4 long sword. Sort of. I mean, it's a two-handed sword. It has a longer handle. Has a longer handle. I don't know what to call it, but they call it the Modao or the Modao, I think. And then you have the tier 5 musketeers who apparently have grenades. Heading on towards 6 minutes. They do have one siege tower up. No game officers on the wall by the looks of it. So, does look like they're just letting A go. Not the best of plans, just to allow A to get to be got so easily. Especially since you were already in position to hold the point. It's just, I guess you want an absolute advantage. Absolute advantage around the front gate. We got a couple of guys here on the left-hand side. Just 3, but there's like 7 defenders. 6 defenders here on the left-hand side. Gonna be a hard ask for a couple of Tundra humans and winged hussars. Imperial pikes already. Wow, one of them do get caught. Grey Warden does send a Treb through. Does look like it does hit hard. Not sure how many kills it just got. Oof. Not very many, in fact. A couple, maybe 4 dead bodies by the looks of it. Yeah, there's a tier 4 greatsword unit. I say greatsword. It's nothing to compare to like. It's nothing like the European greatsword. Essentially, it's essentially a longsword, but how to call the name is the length of the blade is longer than a single-handed sword, basically. So it's a long sword. It's a two-handed sword, so you use it with 2 hands. But the blade length is not ridiculous like a greatsword is, because a greatsword's blade length is like half your body. Instead, to put it simply, the weapon is similar to a quarterstaff. If you guys know what that is, not a quarterstaff. Like it just has a long blade. It has a long handle. You use 2 hands to use it. So I'm just gonna say it's like a long sword, but it's not, because if you know anything about swords, Winged Hussars just eats up a Tundra human and a... Ooh, I'm not sure if they eats up that unit. Can't even tell what it is. It's Javelin Sergeant. I mean, Javelin Militias. I mean, blah, blah, blah. Check your DMs. No. It uses a longer handle. That's not what it is. That's not what it is either. Right now we're... Oh, sorry about that, folks. It's getting distracted. Right now we have a major push towards the supply point. Does look like the front line did break down, and Grey Wardens are all over this right side supply point. We've got plenty of cavalry that doesn't want to deal with those Fort of Rashios. The heroes are trying to bust it down, but it's too late. The moment those heroes went in, there's the moment the cavalry should have went in, but they all get burned down. Cavalry coming out from Grey Wardens. The exchange here is going extremely badly. We've seen 300. We're seeing 240 unit deficit, 250 unit deficit for the defenders. The defenders are losing troops like crazy. Not to mention that they lost ground. Now Grey Wardens is poised for an attack towards the base point, and it can be fast. We saw some cavalry come out. Not as much cavalry as the defenders. The defenders just lost like 3 cavalries just there. They will meet at the base point. Does look like both teams are trying to rush towards the base point. GameOffice did make it there. Almost 300 unit deficit. We've got Metallators. What? No, Metallators, come back! Fire! You have your entire front line holding the front, and also it's slowing down GameOffice. This is a good position to be in. We've got some cavalry in the back going to stall out the attackers and also go for their own Metallators. Close range charge at both of them. Those Tundra humans trying to force their way through. Nice job. A wider flank by Grey Warden clears up the main line. Defense breaking down like crazy. Grey Warden's doing an amazing job on the attack here. Just pushing super hard. GameOffice cannot stand against the tidal wave of units right now. The emergency defense did not work out. Again, I don't know why they didn't decide to fight it on the wall. They could have just fought it on the wall. Not just letting that A point go for free was the downside of a lifetime. Because it's going to head down to a field battle, boys. Huh? What do you guys... Oh, God. Nat. There's an... They call the weapon what... They actually say that there's a weapon. Otherwise, you can always just look at the images that are new. It's closer, but the handle's much bigger. It's a... It's not exactly a weapon that actually has a real life equivalent. Apparently it's still a sword. I don't believe that. There's no real life equivalent of the swords. No, there's no real life equivalent for the modal. They made it up. And it's honestly it's closer to the European quarterstaff. I think it's called the quarterstaff. There's a European weapon where it's like yeah, but it's a glaive type weapon, the Pu Dao. Well, I mean it has Dao in it, so I mean Dao meaning sword. So I mean yeah, that's pretty close. It's not technically correct, but it means yeah. I searched it. I was just like yeah. Yeah, I know. It's not as it doesn't look like a sword, but apparently it's described like a sword. Huh? Auto mod? There's no auto mod. All of my moderation is. Oh wait, no, that's Fyros one. I don't have any moderation. Not entirely. A glaive is still different. A sword stick is. God, there. A sword like a sword with a really long handle is used like a has a lot of poleaxe moves in Asian cultures. I mean, ah, there's a there's probably the best weapon I can think of the Japanese. So basically, the modal that they have is is basically something like the Japanese equivalent of the nagamaki. Yeah, it's actually equal. It's equal stick as it is sword. That's the thing. It's equal stick as it is sword. Look up Nagamaki. That's basically what the tier 4 unit is going to use, but there's no curves. I mean it's not single edge and it's not curved. It's a it's still technically categorized as a sword. I know it's strange, but yeah. I mean glaive it's close to a glaive, but the blade's bigger. Why are we researching equivalent weapons? Not to mention that there's no such thing as a modal for Chinese weapons because it didn't actually exist. Well, not to my knowledge, anyway. I think it's called the Quarterstaff. Is it called the Quarterstaff? We're here researching about the new units, talking while I'm meant to be commentating for the tournament. Guys, driving me insane. What are you guys doing? No, not the Quarterstaff. What's the pole? What's the pole weapon? That's like half a blade. Fixating heavily. Yeah. I don't know, Nat, just stop it. Why do you have to do this when I'm like streaming, Nat? Now nothing's happening, but I was in the middle of the Harbour City one. I didn't get to see the push through the main gate because of Nat. Because of you. Although GameOffice did just kind of crush it right through. Once they took that supply point, they didn't stop. Well, I mean, GameOffice couldn't stop them. Which Crusader battle? Or do you mean uh the Asia versus NetEase one, cross server one? Because I mean Crusader won the AP division tournament, and then you had the champion and runner up from Asia versus the champion and runner up from yeah. So we lost that. Crusader managed to only take one battle, so we lost that 1-4. Unfortunately, because I think they had both the champion and runner-up fight against the champion and runner-up of NetEase. Our runner-up basically had no chance against the runner-up from NetEase. Apparently, Crusaders was the only one. I mean, Crusader was the only one that had a chance against them. Strangely enough, let's go on to the field battle between Grey Wardens versus GameOffice. This will be the tiebreaker. Lots of Tundra humans coming out from Grey Wardens. They love their infantry as well, though. Not very many infantry coming out from GameOffice, but some more Winged Hussars. Winged Hussars will definitely be very difficult to deal with if you don't have those Tier 5 Pike. I mean, Tier 4 Pike. But it does look like Grey Wardens got them in spades. They did. I'm not gonna say they didn't. It was still entertaining to watch. For me, I like it. It just shows that there's definitely a skill gap and there's still a higher level of coordination that teams can do. As overpowered as we think Crusaders are, they still get beaten. That's the thing. They still get beaten. And we're off. The teams are going to race towards the first points. First person to get to the C point, the first person to get to the B point normally gets completely trounced by the second set of people that get to the B point. does look like GameOffice will reach the B point first, but if they're not smart at their positioning, they might eat a bunch of charges all at once. GameOffice did look like they wanted to swallow up Grey Wardens just there, but good discipline here. Being a little bit patient, but the cavalry is slowly encompassing them. B point and the A point getting captured. They're bursting right towards the base point now. Heavily on the B point, though. They will have to guard and guard heavily. Only one Imperial Pike, so once those Imperial Pikes are used, the B point can be just charged right through. But Imperial Pike can only guard from one direction, and this is a complete surround. 200 humans doing their best to ward off the cavalry, but the cavalry is going to run right through. Imperial Pikes did engage at some point, but does look like GameOffice is sweeping them off the B point as we speak. Excellently done. We actually have some cap points coming out for Grey Wardens right now. It did get intercepted, but good job. This is a guaranteed victory for Grey Wardens if they just hold the if they just hold the base point and their C point. With 6 players dead, though, GameOffice needs to do something. But I don't think they're going to have enough strength in order to contest the C point just yet. And the base point just got a couple of spawns in. This is good. This is really good for Grey Wardens. It's a guaranteed... The base... what a good strategy. What a good strategy. They committed so heavily for the B point. They didn't even think that they would lose any base point cap. And the fact that they have now. Very well done. This GameOffice needs to recognize that they need to do something, but I guess that's not happening right now.
The enemy has lost their advantage.
The only problem is whether or not Grey Wardens is going to be complacent, thinking that this is a guaranteed victory. Tundra Humans versus some Northernlands Cavalry. Tundra Humans do seem to be winning out right now. Hitting hard, hitting fast, sweeping through those Northernlands Cavalry that has terrible targeting. I keep telling you, the targeting is awful. The auto-targeting for those skills are awful. Oof. This short sword might be caught out here. He's only got a little bit of support, but completely... Oh, he mounts his horse, trying to jump away. Tundra Humans come in again. Well, he pulls them off. Lots of cavalry heading towards the C point here. Gonna have to run intercept. They have to win these exchanges, keep the defense alive. They're doing very well for themselves, in fact. But they can't afford to lose any more heroes. Well, I mean, they probably can, but I'm not keeping track on who's dead and who's died. Winged Hussar's gonna sweep right through, catches one entire squad of units and the nose of some Tundra Humans. There's Imperial Pikes here as well from GameOffice. Oh, those Tundra Humans sweep past the Fort Brachos, but nothing dies. Both sides probably being very tanky. Here comes another sweep by... Just letting those Fort Brachos attack by themselves is probably the best idea. They will catch a lot of cavalry, but taking a lot of damage without support. They're going to break down very soon. Tundra Humans trying to escape, but overextended, gets caught out. GameOffice is out of their element here. Mainly, I mean, not out of their element, but at a disadvantage, not having the supply point. So the battles are extremely long. Grey Wardens can continuously swap out units not controlling the area in front of them, heading towards the in front of the well, not controlling the area in front of the in front of the supply point is going to bite them in the ass as more cavalry swing around towards the sea point. Can you drink this water, please? Hydrate. Ugh. I'll hydrate later. Maybe it's just too early for this. Or is it coming out of my voice? Breaking down the barricades. Letting those go down for free. Grape shots being deployed as well. Kriegsrat Fusiliers. Wow. This will be the first time I've seen them in a tournament setting. The Fortebraccios are being killed off. Not good for the defenders here. Tundra Human's just going straight through. Does get blocked, but they snowwalker the rest of it. This is the kind of bullshit Tundra Humans can pull off. The engagement for the sea point has started. An engagement for the base point has also started. Does look like the sea point is secured, but what about the base point? Go to the base point, cameraman. We're just watching some Rattan Rangers clear off some, and Berserkers clear off some Kriegsrat. That Wing Guitar charge being quite ineffective, if I do say. Base point, please. There's a fight at the base point. Ah! Cameraman, stop watching the chase. Go to the base point. Ah, we missed a lot of the action, but there was an attack at the base point for GameOffice attack the base point from Grey Wardens. This is good. This is good. Grey Warden's in a perfect position. They've dragged the unit deficit down to equal. In fact, they're now up one. a lot of the game office needed to resupply, or they just respawned. I think 4 of them just respawned just now. Three targets of interest. Supply point will become irrelevant very shortly. Normally, it becomes irrelevant in the last minute of the fighting. Base point and C point. That is their main defense. Keep an eye out which one they're going for, because Game Office being on the back foot means that they need to commit more forces than Grey Warden to any one assault. If they go for a split, Grey Warden needs to be very careful with resource management, because if they commit too many to one side and one side is weaker, the push on one side could win out. And if they lose either the base point or the C point, it's all over for their advantage. But that advantage is absolute. So it doesn't matter if Game Office has both the C and the A point. They need to cap a little bit of the base point. I say, so weird. All this cap. What are we gonna call the base? Like, what are we gonna call the percentage for the base point? Tundra Humans are not gonna be stopped by Pike Militia, and Pike Militia are not gonna kill Tundra Humans. Your mileage may vary, but Tundra Humans are a strong tier 4 cavalry. They fear no pikes. A rush towards the C point. C point's getting surrounded. But the quality of the unit looks very low, in fact. I think we did see this coming. Game Office going extraordinarily heavy on the cavalry. A lot of them already used. Pike Militia, Alp Halberdiers coming out. This is their last-ditch effort. One person from Grey Wardens can head towards the A point. There's no one at the A point. But it does look like Grey Warden's holding the C point very heavily. The Tundra Humans just eating the damage and dishing out the damage just as much. This Water Brusher will also hold strong. Put them on attack mode, and they will clean up the rest of these heroes and units. Absolute dominance here on the C point. Stronghold. The unit advantage creeps ever so higher. But that's probably because only Trash unit remains. Congratulations, Grey Warden. GameOffice. Although you did an extraordinary push. Wait. Who attacked first? Oh my god, my memory is just awful, isn't it? Whoever did the attack on Harbor City, definitely good attack. But we're here on the field battle right now. Grey Wardens. For the last 28 seconds, I don't think GameOffice has even a chance anymore. But good effort for both teams. I definitely did not see this strategy come out in a long while. Like, the timing of it all just seemed magical at times. Well done, well done. Grey Warden wins the upper bracket. They are the winners of the winners bracket. We'll get to see the lower bracket in the meantime, but do remember, folks, GameOffice still has a chance at coming back for the championship in the losers bracket. I have like a cup here, but I drank it earlier. It's just that I didn't get more water. In the meantime, folks, as I grab myself a little bit of water, if you guys are enjoying the stream, please follow Fire's stream. Fire does commentate for the Asia Pacific tournament, and I mean he should be around for the MENA tournament this afternoon. Well, in this afternoon, it's in roughly around about roughly around about 9 hours from now. I will commentate for the SA tournament tomorrow, but my name's Azakai, so I hope you guys can also support my own channel and help me get to 200 followers. That way I can also get my own drops. So if you can support both Fire and me, that would be great. Just hit that follow button. You guys do help us out a lot. Stick around. We have the next battle between TripleA and... Hang on, give me a second. TripleA and IMPERIUM. Wow, I do have a really dry mouth this morning. Maybe it's because I haven't eaten anything yet. It's too early for me. Honestly, I'm not up this early. And it's at like 9 o'clock for me. Yep. And I say this is too early. No one is? What do you mean? Nah. Yeah. I'm not awake before lunchtime. If it's not 12 o'clock, I'm like, not awake, man. You're up late night gaming. The sun hurts your eyes. Yeah, true gamers, man. Man, if I didn't have a window like a room away from me that faces the sun, I wouldn't even know that the sun is up right now. Because the curtains in my room on this side is closed. You can see it's pitch black, and I never look behind me because behind me um leads towards the kitchen, which also is like sunlight. Weak. Yeah. What I need to do is just I'm lucky because my setup here is in an open kind of like in an open room. Don't worry about a water bottle. I have a cup. Oh my god. We have to pick bans. TripleA banning Harbor City. Imperium banning Heilong Fjord. TripleA going for Constantinopolis though, but Imperium going for Wallfort. Very interesting to see that these two definitely know what they're good at. Infantry heavy maps. Heilong Fjord and Constantinopolis. Harbor City and Wallfort are cavalry maps. So, well, I tentatively like to think that way. There's a custom water bottle. I don't like using water bottles. I just like my glass cup. Is it a glass? Is it a glass water bottle? We got the first attack. AAA going for Constantinopolis. Let's see how well Imperium holds against AAA's attack. I was lied to! Oh well, we get to see Imperium attack Wolford instead first. Surprisingly, both teams going in with quite a few cavalry. I'm very interested to see what AAA is going to do on Constantinopolis. But let's see how well they do the defense. We've got 7 guys here on the beast, like, going for the small fort side spawn point. 4 guys out for AAA, maybe going for the defense. I mean, going to try to secure the bridge. AAA going out with lots of lots of short swords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 short swords, in fact. These guys will definitely be good at holding a point. The rush at B point always depends because the defenders can easily destroy the bridge in a few seconds. It just depends on how much resources they want to put down. They've got 2 Metallators. If both the Metallators shoot that bridge before any of the defenders can even get across, I think that bridge will go down. But it's good. They've got 2 guys holding off the ladders. 2 guys heading towards the Hawatchers. They're also building extra Hawatchers. Throwing up the Berserkers. I'm not sure what the Berserkers are fighting, but they should have an advantage. I say that, but I think they just got killed. Maybe Alp Halberdiers, they do enough damage. A lot of the polearm units will do wonders. The heroes did make it up. Does look like this. Longsword goes down! 3 heroes go down. Wow, who else died? Both of the forward heroes did go down. I don't know why they built Hawatchers though. Does Hawatchers do more damage than Culverins against this bridge? Maybe they know something that I don't. But we're seeing a bunch of Hawatchers being shot at this bridge here. Down goes one of the Hawatchers. Only 3 left. No Metallators shooting towards the bridge. Alp Halberdiers do despawn by the looks of it. The bridge is probably at critical. That's why you don't see anyone going for it. Down it goes. Longbow's no slouch, man. Longbow, you should always be terrified as a longbow because their range is infinite. You need to hide. If you're out in the open, a longbow will just pick you off. If you're at low health, that longbow won't give up shooting you. I should know. I was a longsword and healing desperately as 2 longbows just continuously shoot me. But the Alp Halberdiers definitely made it difficult to cross the bridge. Alp Halberdiers are pretty good in combat. Treb coming out. Not sure what it's hitting since I'm a little bit far away from the action. They did get the right side siege tower up. This is good. Imperium making good work. Keeping pressure on AAA. We're heading to the 6-minute mark. It's not a bad time to grab the A point at around 6 minutes. More and more Imperiums just pouring up on the right-hand side. We've got 1 guy in the back. Dual Blade, in fact. His horse gets CC'd. Doesn't go down. His horse goes down, so he's easy picking. Down goes the Dual Blade. And the push at the A point is started. Yep. Not a bad time. Not a bad time to actually grab the A point. It means they'll have a lot of time assaulting the C point. I'm wondering whether or not AAA is going to also defend the B point. It does look like they have a small contingent here. Probably just 1 guy. Probably 2, maybe? Here on the B side. Does mean that it's another trap, in fact. That wall will go down for free. It's an instant death for any units, but it's not an instant death for heroes. So heroes can... I mean, if you check the map, you can look at the percentage. I'm surprised no one's just instantly trebbed those Metallators, because you can just treb them. I wouldn't use the Metallators ammo like this. The Imperium wasting their time with this kind of, what the heck? Oh, no. They pushed right across, in fact. The Metallators ran out of ammo before they, could destroy the wall. Ah, they used a cannon. Desperately used a cannon to destroy that. I wonder why they're committing so much resources to destroy that, I mean, to hold the B point. We've got 2 more guys rocking up. I think only 3 guys from Imperium are heading towards the B point. So B point's not a guarantee just yet. Alucard takes down Denhar. Deghar? Oh, looks like more than just 3 guys from Imperium rocked up. I think it was quite a strong force indeed. But they did get pushed off. This is when you should have shoved for the supply point. They just realized that they're weak. Catch the heroes returning from the B side. Push into the supply point. They are weak. They don't have any guys there. You're slow on this though. Tundra humans, commit. Please, Tundra humans, commit. Otherwise, if you let these guys go straight through, they're gonna get... Don't stop, Imperium. You have no time to put down siege artilleries. Just push. Oh my god. You're wasting time. The defenders have realized that you're going for the supply point, and they're coming for you. You got a couple of the defenders looking at the backside. But more and more defenders are rocking up. You're too late to start the push now. You're losing the advantage you had. So you have to win this battle here. Imperial Pikes are marching forward. Tundra humans burst right through. Where did the cavalry go? Oh my god, the cavalry getting caught out by... TripleA, what are you doing? One by one they fall. Winged Hussars push up, swiping those at the supply point. Just let B go. Massive retreat towards the... What have you done? You had 2 sets of Tundra humans, and you were scared off by 1 Fortebraccio. You had a loyal guard at the C point. You know all of them are at the supply point. And any of you guys reinforcing will have to head towards the C point anyway. What are you doing, TripleA? You're killing me here. I don't lift. Also, even if I did lift, my arms wouldn't get any bigger. Or maybe they would. TripleA is losing the C point here. B point also getting capped. B point's just extra time right now. The defenders are down 200 units right now. And this is slowly increasing. A good treb as reinforcements from TripleA throws their lives towards the C point. If you've lost this supply point on the right-hand side, don't even bother defending the C point. You have now 8 minutes, well, 7 minutes 30 to hold the C point. There's no point. Just let it go. Easy cap for the team. Easy cap for the team. Every unit that they're throwing on this supply, every unit they're throwing at this C point is units that you're wasting. Look at the unit deficit. It is increased to 300. This Winged Hussars being very silly, though, getting caught by the Imperial Pike March that you can see coming from a mile away. If they waited a few seconds, they could sweep this, Expedition Knight and Imperial Pike right now, but looks like a Tundra Human's going to do it. We've got some Nafhan guards as well, moving forward. The forward positioning of the defenders, trying to gain back the C point when you don't need to. Maybe they realize that they can't hold the base point and all-inning it for C, but you're losing units like crazy. This Tertial's probably had the most shots I've seen out so far. It's still firing, in fact. It's not being rushed. Does back off a little bit as more units rock up. It's not the best idea. They also stop firing as Winged Hussars come through with the charge. There was Imperial Pikes in front of them, and they didn't march. Why didn't you march? Wow, I'm just complaining, aren't I? But here we are. Imperium taking the C point, finally, after a long, arduous fight. The unit deficit did creep back very slightly, about 50 kills. In the meantime, we've got Imperium just pushing straight forward. TripleA not going to try to fight them here on the forward position. Instead, they're luring them back. The right-hand side does get completely wiped out. Left-hand side does catch 2 of the heroes. Well, 1 now, sorry. Only 1. Base point completely undefended. We've got 3 short swords rocking up though. No units to be seen. Pike militia on the stairs. This is going to be a little bit desperate. You need to hold for 8 minutes. Winged Hussars are just going to charge straight through, and you don't have any Imperial Pikes nor Fortebraccio. That's not going to... That just wiped out like 100 units. Although you still have some Tundra humans left. Let's see what kind of work they can deal. Alp Halberdiers doing amazing at catching some Tundra humans, but completely outnumbered here at the base point. Does look like Imperium will hold. But if I'm not wrong, that left side supply point's about to go. Imperial Pikes keeping these heroes at the base point. But here comes the swarm from the left-hand side. Left-hand side supply point's getting taken. The defenders have 7 minutes to hold with whatever units they have right now. I mean, even if they did have the supply point, I don't think they've got any units to change to. Getting shot by Metallators, getting hit by some grape shots. The defenders are not in a good position. Definitely not in a good position. Getting slapped. I think that Jewel Blade's already died once. The defenders die 1 by 1, but both teams only have 10 heroes left. The supply point being taken. Lots of Pike Militia rocking up. We got some farmers as well. Fortebraccio getting hit pretty hard. Now here comes the cavalry. Another Winged Hussars coming up on the defenders though. Sweeps right through the attackers, killing off all of the low tier units and finishes off the Fortebraccio. Wow, that charge. Probably the last one you'll ever get, but did do a lot of work. Unfortunately, the Winged Hussars were not enough. You have to hold this base point for 6 minutes. 250 units left, and you cannot get any you can't get any more units. You have to deal with the units you have. They're getting grape shopped right now. We got the short swords pushed off the base point just from sheer mass alone. Here they come though. Reinforcements. Another Winged Hussars. Can they get a full charge off? I don't think they're charging. Why aren't they charging? No. You had Winged Hussars. You had a good charge opportunity, but no charge to be seen. 2 heroes left for the defenders. TripleA is gonna lose here. Guaranteed. I'm gonna call it. No way TripleA can hold the base point at this late in the game with only 1 guy left. 5 minutes to go as well. Congratulations, Imperium. You do take the attack. Lots of permadeath coming out. Not as many as I expected, considering we are at the base point holding. Oh, a name that I didn't expect to see at the bottom. Well, I mean,
I don't remember these names from the last time Imperium played. Almus, what did you miss? You missed out the first battle between GameOffice versus oh god damn it. And they won GameOffice won against Grey Wardens. So you missed the battle between GameOffice versus Grey Wardens. Grey Wardens won 2-1. So that did come down to a field battle. Right now we just finished up the battle between TripleA and Imperium. Imperium just won on Harbor City. Right now, so the upper bracket we have Grey Wardens guaranteed to be the guaranteed winner of the upper bracket. Right now we're looking at the lower bracket. So whoever wins from this one gets to face off against GameOffice in the next battle. I do believe both of these teams, not both of these teams, I do believe someone was defeated by GameOffice before. Let me just double check who was defeated by GameOffice before. So TripleA was defeated by GameOffice before, but TripleA just lost their defense. So they will have to win their attack. Gonna go do some housework. See ya, Lord Sundering. This is still Frontier. So Booming Tech hosts the South America, the MENA server. I don't know what that stands for, sorry. And the Asia Pacific. Then you have the NetEase that hosts the NetEase server for mainland China. You also have My.com then hosts the North America, the European, and the Turkish server. So right now, I only do the Frontier ones because let's be honest, the My Games or the My.com tournaments are at 1 o'clock my time. I would literally die if I had to commentate the 1 o'clock, the 1 o'clock, so the 1 a.m. My.com one, commentate for the 8 o'clock South America one, and then the 6 p.m. MENA server one, which is, again, in roughly around about 8 hours. I would die. I would literally die. Actually, between the South America and the MENA one, I could sleep between there. I won't have enough time to sleep between the MENA and the next North America one, though. So right now we're just waiting on for the next set of battles. We're gonna see TripleA attack Constantinopolis. So let's hope they win. Then it'll be come down to a tiebreaker. Otherwise, TripleA is gonna be out permanently. This is the lower bracket, so if you lose, this is your last chance to head towards the championship. 1. So it's in roughly around 3 hours? Yeah, Perth, WA. So my time's exactly the same as server time for the Asia Pacific servers. Yeah, I was really lucky. Not to mention, like out of all of the Australians, I probably have the best ping. My ping's only at 92 right now. It's even better than Dillygas, who's only in Broome. Like, he's not very far away from me. Hey, for an online game, especially for Australia, that's amazing. Especially since like Australia doesn't get nice things because we suck. Oh, looks like the next battle is starting. Constantinopolis. TripleA is going to have to win Constantinopolis to send it to a tiebreaker. Otherwise, if Imperium can hold the defense, they will win this set and they will move up to fight off against GameOffice. And in fact, it will be. No, they haven't fought before. If AAA wins, they get to fight GameOffice one more time. Both teams not having very many cavalry, but we got 3 Tundra Humans still available for AAA. Only 1 Tundra Human, 2 Tundra Humans, and 1 Winged Hussar coming out from Imperium. So we got 2 Nafan Guards and 2 Metallators available for Imperium. And only just 3 Nafan Guards available for AAA. Going to be very interesting how they deal with the Metallators. Metallators got several good positions to attack AAA with. Oh, what am I seeing? Is this a tunnel push? We got 7 guys here on the left-hand side, so I think it might be a tunnel push, guys. Not that anyone really defends the A point very much, but if Imperium is caught off guard, they burst right through the supply point on the right-hand side. They go up the stairs, secure the C point before the defenders even get time to set up, secure the A point, and it's gonna be hell because if the defenders need to spawn on top of AAA as they've already secured the C point, this is going to be terrible. But we'll just have to wait and see. Battle's just about to begin. If you're gonna fight, you're gonna have to fight hard. Nah, doesn't look like we've got 1 guy entering the tunnel. 2 guys entering the tunnel. Only 2 guys entering the tunnel. We got a couple of guys pushing up towards the left-hand side. Don't know why. Still using all of the basic things. Massive retreat from the defenders. This is what to be expected. They let A and the B point get capped really easily here. I guess the attackers realize that there's going to be no troops here, so you're just going to push all the way through. Nothing's stopping you from getting the B point. What are you fighting? Probably one of the heroes. Not sure. No, they're just jumping around. Go in! You're wasting time! You're literally wasting time! My goodness. TripleA. The Imperium has left the outer defense. You should just be walking right through A and B right now. It's going to be a little boring for the beginning part. A and B does a massive retreat for the Imperium right now. They've already set up towards the C point, so just waiting for AAA to catch up. It's going to be a long time, though. A and the B point will combine to make, I think, 16 minutes for the C point? Oh, 15 and a half. The short sword accidentally jumped down. Don't know what he's doing. The unit deficit does look like it's only 100 units between the attackers and the defenders, with the attackers at an advantage. That may have to do with the access to Metallators and Dafan guards. Doesn't look like they're taking the mortaring route. Instead, they're going to shoot this. Wow, that mortar came in really hard. This is going to hurt. It missed, in fact. How could you miss? That wall goes down. There's no defenders through there, so you could actually just go right through. Oh, there's one defenders, actually. We just fought Horacios. They send in the Iron Pagodas first. There's some Nafan guards in the rear, though. Oh, no, the Nafan guards did get light on fire. I think it just took out a couple of... Well, just one loyal guard of their own. They do explode if they die by fire. Palace Guard holds strong, but they will go down eventually. The Nafan guards doing a lot of damage. Everything's terrified of the fire. Push and push fast. They don't have time to slow down. The defenders are slowly creeping out from C. Why are they chasing these heroes? Oh well. No, no, cameraman, go back, go back, go back! Looks like they're stopping the guys coming out from C. They will secure the supply point in the meantime. AAA will have... Whoa! Metallators shooting point blank at that loyal guards. Does take several hits. Does look like Imperium has dragged quite a few kills for themselves. Whoa! AAA, are you just going straight for the Metallators? That's a very good... That would be a very good sacrifice if you just get Pike Militia onto those Metallators. But I don't think it's going to work out. He's doing his best. I don't think he actually got him. Nah, Metallitor's still active, and I think it's still a full set. Set of 10. I don't know why this mortar is not trying to get this Fort Braccio and Loyal Guard set on the left here. And it's not going for, like, there's two really good piles of units that these mortars could be aiming for. I guess one of them is actually trying. The short bows up here are destroying the mortars, though. They don't exactly have much time before those mortars go down. Actually, did they kill box the... Wow, they killed box half of the enemy defense. Kill off the respawn enemy defenders that are behind you. Kill them off. If you kill them off constantly, that's access to defenders. Like, these defenders are completely cut off. TripleA is going to slowly chip away at the strength. What an insane strategy, but it will work. With the defenders here caught on the other side, Norma going to go down again. They're going to lose his unit as well. They're going to just spawn camp the two. Oh my god. They either spawn next to the supply point or at the base point. So they're literally just going to wait for these two guys here at the back supply point to die permanently. This is not good, but I mean, like, spawn camping's a thing. Spawn camping can be a thing. I've never seen anyone actually use it like this before. Normally, when spawn camping happens, it's normally due to one of the teams just absolutely dominating. Ooh, one of the guys actually break through. He just needs to jump down, jump off the wall, and you're free. You're home free. Does look like their net is not as strong as they thought it. Not as strong as they thought it was. Both of the heroes actually realize. Oh no! Norm gets killed yet again. What are you doing? Oh my god! These two at the back. Are these guys permadeath? Job Lich and Norma, I think, are both just gonna get permadeath here. And TripleA can wait. They have 9 whole minutes. And their mortaring has been effective. I mean, like, they've dragged back the kills again. I'm surprised to see some Nam cans. Too bad the Imperium doesn't have any longbows. I think this is slightly too far for the longbows to shoot these Nam cans down. You can choose not to spawn. Like, it takes longer if you don't spawn. I mean, like, it's a free minute. They're literally waiting for you to spawn. What are you doing? Ah, he made it to the spawn point. So he's invincible. So one of the heroes is invincible right now where he is. But I mean, like, he's on his last life, and I don't even think he has any units. Oh, this must be awful for the two guys. One of the other guys are about to spawn in as well. He'll be forced spawned in by the 7-minute mark, at the very least. Redeem, hydrate. I mean, like, we're just watching. We're just waiting for the spawn camp, so I'll grab water very quickly. Should I? Or should I stay? I feel like action's about to happen. I think they've given up on spawn camping the last guy because they realize that the other guy is already permadeath, so Norma's probably the only one that's still alive. Or maybe Norma's the one that died first, and it was Jublich that's actually the one that's permadeath. It doesn't matter. I mean, like, that guy would be scared to move out. So essentially, Imperium is down 2 guys against 15 players here at the sea point on Constantinopolis. They're surrounded on 3 sides. They have access to a supply point on the left-hand side. Not good. Not a good situation to be in, but let's see how many fronts they can hold, because only one needs to break through in order to relieve the other sides. Ooh, here comes the push. And they just sweep right through. Nice Treb. Instantly killing the guys on the backside. Nafan guards are burning down the front, but about to get flanked in a second. Imperial pikes do a flank on the front line. Front line is breaking down, but the back line still alive. Imperium is probably losing guys like crazy. Both teams losing heroes like crazy. Actually, AAA losing heroes even faster than Imperium. Wow, for some reason that push that looked really good turned out to be failure. What happened here? I think they just got grape shot to the face. Amazing work by Imperium here, holding so strong. Not to mention picking up 100 kills. This unit deficit switched between 100 up for the attackers to 100 up for the defenders. Although they did spawn camp one of their guys, I think it was I think it's not going to change very much. Imperium still has has the advantage here. Metallators and Nafan guards, but no Metallators or Nafan guards for this second push. I think the Metallators only got 3 guys left. Nafan guards did get taken out, but Tertial's still accessible. Tundra humans coming in, looking to swipe the Fortebraccios and straight into the pile of Loyal Guards and Fortebraccios. Both get cleaned up real easy. Alphaladier coming in for the C point, but I think they should just let the C point go. Otherwise, they're just going to lose their advantage. Although, I do think that a couple of Imperium are trapped on this side, so I'd be running it. I'd be running back. Running. Trying to hold for as long as they can. It does tick down to the 4-minute mark. C point is another 3 minutes, I believe. So we still have around about 6.5 minutes of this battle to go. Palace Guards, what are you doing? You're slowing down the cap. 2 left on this south side. Smacks them off. C point is getting captured. 11 defenders left, 580 units. Palace Guards slowing the push ever so slightly. We've got some Tundra humans just going straight for the base point. Probably a little bit too hasty, but nevertheless, they went in anyway. Let's see if they can escape is the question. I don't think they escaped. Only 2 of them left, 3 of them left, 4, 5. 5 can do something. Not a lot of time to mortar the base point, and also unit deficit down. Imperium has a good shot to send it to just heroes, but being 1 down, maybe 2 down now. There's Norma. Norma should be on critical. I'm not sure if Imperium's got enough heroes, but they have units. Whether or not the quality of units still matter, we've got, by the looks of it, at least some tier 3s, some Tundra humans still available. This is a long map. I mean, I'm pretty sure, I think the maximum time for a Constantinopolis match is like 24 minutes. Wait, do you start off with 14? If it's 14, it's 23 minutes. If you start off with 12, it'll be 21 minutes. I think it's a long. Whoa, this jewel blade, almost getting caught out here. Javelin, I mean domain javelins. Just trying to snipe him out. Unfortunately, he missed. Very interested to see some domain javelineers. They're not the greatest of units. Got a high unit number though, 36, I believe, if depending on the veterancy line. But do remember, folks, Imperium wins outright if they hold the defense. If AAA wins, they can send it to a tiebreaker. I think Imperium is in a good position to just hold the base point for another 4 minutes, because Imperium wants to mortar for a bit, and honestly, they don't have exactly a lot of time, but they'll only have enough units for one good push. The quality of units from both sides is a bit iffy, but I'm looking at 2 Imperial Pikes, 1 Halberdier Sergeant, 1 Forte and 1 Loyal Guards for the defenders. We've got Tundra Humans, in fact, Loyal Guards, and Loyal Guards, Forte Namcans, and Pike Militia, but, I mean, maybe some more Pike Militia and some Alcalades might turn the tide, but they even have Palace Guards available. Palace Guards will be definitely very difficult to kill. Passing the 3-minute marks. It's going to be an intense fighting for the end. I think since they're going to be slow at starting, they finally started the push. Now, this is the last push that AAA can even do, so they've only got one shot. Our Palpatine is primed in position for the south side entrance. A lot of troops moving towards, switching over, protecting the backside. They're waiting for that passage. Unfortunately, we can't see the fight because the terrain doesn't allow it. Intense fighting here on the left-hand side. We've got Palace Guards holding position, holding strong, in fact. Waiting to cross that line. Those Alphaladiers. Wow, what a complete surround on the south-hand side. Doing very well. They finally let them go and charge in, but I think they just hit shields just now. Forte has also moved up. The left-hand side door still blocked by loyal guards. 100 humans now come in at the very end to force their way through. They're on the base point. The defenders have to hold for 1.5 minutes, but for some reason we're losing ground here for the defenders. Quality of units does seem to be in favor of the attackers. AAA killing off the defenders one by one, 270 units to 330. But I keep forgetting there's a couple of permadeaths out for the defenders. I think this is just going to come down to the remaining 7. They're going to have to hold for an entire minute. Maybe they can do it. Good bomb there, catching like 5 guys. Unfortunately, 2 of them just went down. 5 heroes left. Longbow trying to get in there. Longbow throws his body inside. Unfortunately, he gets caught. I don't think the defenders can hold for the last 40 seconds. There's no units. No nothing. Keep forgetting that TripleA did secure a couple of permadeath early on around the sea point. Oof. Joblich getting killed 3 times in the back. This was a long match, I do have to admit. I'm gonna get some water. Need to go hydrate. With all that said and done, though, TripleA winning their attack on Constantinopolis and Imperium winning their attack on Wallfort. This does mean it comes down to a field battle. We have one last battle for today, and then we can call it a morning. I feel very sorry for Jublich. I've never seen someone get spawn killed I've never seen someone actually get spawn killed like he did, and both Norma and Jublich. Very unfortunate to lose all three of your units. Hi, Sleepy Walker. What's up? What's up is the South America tournament right now. This is the I would call the semifinals. Tomorrow there'll be the absolute finals. I need to also stop scratching my leg. Unfortunately, it just feels really good when I scratch my leg. Oh, yeah. Every morning at 8 o'clock my time, there's a South American tournament. There's also the MENA tournament later today at 6, which is in approximately 8 hours, less than 8 hours. There's also Spyro's tournament, which starts in very shortly as well. Wow, a lot of about to start very shortly. It's 3 hours from now, we've got the in-house tournament for our guys. That's how close. Yeah, I think you guys should be. Well, I mean, since you're second team. Shoutcast? I have no idea. I don't know if I'm even going to record it and stream it. Officially, no. I don't have a team, so I mean, I'm not one of the referees either, so I don't know what's happening. I really should though. Nah, Dilly, I don't want you. I don't want to take the glory of winning against the other people in the house. But here we are on grassland assault. Grassland assault. We're gonna see the final battle on grassland assault. Let's wish these guys luck. Does look like Imperium going with a heavy double cav setup. Double golden cav, in fact. Very odd to see that nowadays. A lot of Tundra humans out for AAA, though. Tundra humans being more cost effective. Let's see how Imperium deals with Tundra humans with their golden cavalry. They will have to deal with quite a few Imperial pikes as well. I do believe that there is a slight advantage for the team with infantry nowadays, especially if it's pikes. But we'll just have to wait and see how the battle goes. Double Golden Cav has worked out really well in the past, but since then, definitely the balance has changed. What since when? I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear anything about this. You told Fyro that I would replace you. I'm not your +1. Since when was I your +1? Imperium makes it towards the B point first. But doesn't look like they're gonna cap it. Winged Assault just going straight down through the center. We got some Tundra humans going to catch the sides of something. Not the best of charges. I don't think it got very many, but those Winged Assaults did go straight. I'm not sure if they made it through. Heavy losses, probably. That sacrifice from the Winged Assaults. I think. Oh, they made it through. In fact, they're just dealing with it now. Oh my God! Is it going to be a triple cap right off? Imperium absolutely bodying AAA on grassland right now. The infantry not working out for these guys. They're trying to delay the C point. Ah, damn! They're trying to delay the C point right now. They could have done a triple cap. That would have been amazing if they did a triple cap. Grabbing supply point, in fact. This is good. This is very good. We've got so many guys here at the B point. C point is under threat, but you're about to lose the B point in a few seconds. Grape shot have been deployed. Probably blowing their load too early. Here comes some Winged Assaults from the side. I think it just walked right through an Imperial Pike. Either it didn't have any march, but it's trying to cut its way through the Tertials. The Tertials are still holding. They're not going to die very easily. They are tanky little buggers. Wow, good job, AAA. Nice recovery. Does look like two of the Imperium guys just got sweeped up just now. I'm not sure where from. Grape shots being deployed from both sides. Here's some Northernlands cavalry. Very fascinating to see these guys on the field. They are going down after smacking a couple of tertials. But these 100 humans doing work. They're fighting off an Imperial Pike Guard and fighting some retreating units. Some Halberdier Sergeants also in the mix. But massed 100 humans being extraordinarily cost effective. This is where the point I would say, I think Imperium is just not going to win this grassland assault. Although they started off strong, but that's only because the quality of units were in their favor. Now since Tundra humans on the field. Cost effectiveness is all it's all about cost effectiveness right now. 220, well, 219? Well, 200 unit deficit for Imperium right now. They're using their Northern Lance cavalry. They've got heavy blunt damage attacks. But Val is not going to win out. I'm very surprised that these guys didn't go top line. Top line Flame Assault is absolutely devastating against cavalry. Absolutely terrifying to get hit by as well. The B point is still being held. We got some more Tundra Humans coming in from Imperium, swiping right through Tundra Humans. A Tundra Human charge, but it gets stopped by an Imperial Pike. Can they finish them off, though? Snowwalker does get them out. Don't think they got finished off. But this charge here from the left-hand side will seem to catch them. Imperium has a couple of Tundra Humans of their own, in fact. Looking more red here at the B point. Both teams are trading very heavily. The strange Imperial Pike March, nothing direct. We had to see some Salem Sheds, not the most effective unit nowadays. Sacrificial Imperial Pike March. The cavalry is still on the ground, but one by one they do fall. Alphabetiers, the combination of Alphabetiers and Imperial Pikes are catching these guys. These Winged Hussars are being held in reserve. They're going to wait for the last moment. Also have to remember that the Winged Hussars need to clear these artilleries, otherwise they get stopped. If you... They spot the Winged Hussars. Winged Hussars need to react. Oh, point blank charge from either side. I do think the Winged Hussars win out, but a couple of Tundra Humans did survive. Imperial Pike March in the back. Although it looks like Imperium is winning this B point, we're looking at heading towards almost a 300 unit deficit. Winged Hussars. This Imperial Pike has no charge to speak of, and it just waltzes right through. Now it's looking more blue, and the quality of units is dropping heavily for Imperium. I think we're heading into the critical point where unit quality is in favor of AAA. I mean, I don't know what to say. Imperium is going to have a difficult time to deal with the mass amount of units if they don't have their cavalry available, and I think they've already lost a lot of their cavalry. You can't do this, Dilly, yeah? You're telling me now? Byron doesn't know yet. You do know that the in-house tournament starts in like 2.5 hours. With access to, I believe this is like one Tundra Human, just one cavalry or something from Imperium. TripleA stacking really heavily as well. But I guess they realized that Imperium is just going to attack this B point. Talk about blowing your load too early. The quality of units is plummet to just village watchmen. Access to ranged units as well. It's going to be a nightmare for Imperium to take this. I'm sorry. Is that a... What unit is that? That can't be Pavis, is it? It's Pavis, I think. AAA also has access to Berserkers. How cost effective is this going to be? One by one, Imperium falls. Their heroes are dying. Cavalry coming out for AAA, just slapping these guys like crazy.
Talk about with a vengeance right now. Even some condottieri on the field. What the heck?
Child's play.
Well, with the B point completely cleared off of any contenders, and I think they're just hunting down the remaining heroes with less than with 300 units, just over 300 units for Imperium. I think TripleA could just continue with their advantage. In fact, if I was TripleA, I would attack the A point right now. At least with the cavalry. Hey, some top line Northern Lands cavalry. Unfortunately, they do get surrounded. A little bit of a waste. No support now's Naraland? I'm just gonna say our land. I mean now our land? Don't know how to say that. Just give up. Doesn't look like he's gonna escape. He's getting pounded. And he does die. Well, I guess AAA is content with just sitting on the B point for their secured victory. They have some defenders at the C point, and it does look like Imperium is going to send all of their heroes over towards the C point. I don't even think there's going to be any units left. Ooh, shoot the horse, shoot the horse, shoot the horse. No! He missed the stun. The stun doesn't come out fast enough to hit the horse from behind. You need to come up. You need to come up to the side of it. If it's sprinting, that is. If it's just cantering, you can hit it. A last desperate push here at the B point does look like the guys that went to the C point did pull off. Wing to SARS, very completely uncontested, just walks right through the village watchman. And honestly, these berserkers could probably take on the rest of the enemy teams by themselves. Oh, down goes that short sword, trying to do something. What can it do though? Getting shot to pieces. Grape shots, muskets. You've also got Janissaries, Hucklebertiers, cavalry to finish you off if you escape. 5 heroes left for Imperium. Even now, absolute victory for AAA. AAA actually capped a little bit of the base point at some time. I don't even know when that happened. Now someone's touching the base point. Last few seconds to go anyway. The tick down to victory. 9 seconds to go. Not a single hero remaining for the not a single hero remaining for Imperium. Well, AAA wins the lower bracket. They'll get to face off against their previous opponent, GameOffice. GameOffice was the team that sent them down into the lower bracket. But with that all said, tomorrow we'll get to see the finals of South America, with the upper bracket winner being Grey Wardens. So just depends who's going to fight them for the crown of champion. So between GameOffice and AAA, yet again rematching in the lower bracket to decide the lower bracket winner. Later tonight, we do have the MENA Division tournament, so if you guys do like watching the tournament, please come along, and I do believe Fyro will commentate with me for the MENA tournament. So, and if you guys did enjoy the stream, I hope you guys can follow both Fyro and myself. My name is Azakai, and that is all for this for the tournament right now. But I'm going to wish you guys a good day
because I am out of here. Bye, guys.